The Israeli military is bombarding Gaza City with a wave of heavy airstrikes. It's part of a large-scale assault to seize control of the Strip's largest urban centre. Israeli strikes have been targeting homes and tents in densely populated neighbourhoods. At least 44 Palestinians have been killed in the latest attacks on Friday, most of them in Gaza City, and that includes 7 children. Let's go straight to our correspondent Tarek Abu Azoumi's live for us in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. Tarek, so just in the last few moments, we've learned that the Israeli military is warning of more strikes in Gaza City and warning people to evacuate. What more can you tell us?
Well, Malene, it has been a very moving situation in the past few hours. But let me start first with what the Israeli defense minister has stated. He said that the gates of hell are opening now in Gaza City, confirming that the Israeli military has issued an evacuation warning for one of the high-rise buildings in Gaza City. The building is called Mushtaha Tower, which is a 12-story building located at the western end of Gaza City and surrounded by hundreds of makeshift tents, as this western portion of the city is considered at the moment to be the last refuge for families fleeing areas of bombardment in the eastern outskirts, moving to the western end in order to take a sense of refuge and safety. But this marks a very terrifying shift in the bombardment campaign taking place in Gaza City, as we are witnessing a new phase of deadly airstrikes that will primarily focus on targeting high-rise towers in Gaza City, which contains hundreds of these towers that mostly are densely populated areas. And it's worth also saying that the intensity of airstrikes is getting much more complicated in a Sheikh Radwan neighborhood. We have got reports that the Israeli military has issued and delivered new evacuation orders for further areas in the very heart of Gaza City, marking a very deadly surge in airstrikes and a new beginning for worsening ground operations that aiming to completely, as the Israeli military said, to defeat Hamas and to control this area. There's a huge deal of fear and uncertainty looming right now in Gaza City, especially around the area that has been warned by the Israeli forces, as people do not know where they can go to find safety, and the journey to the south might be the final journey for them, after which they won't be able to return back to Gaza City amid the stated Israeli goal to reoccupy it and to declare this area to be militarily cleared. This has been mentioned before, but it reflects a controversial Israeli strategy regarding its current military campaign in the Strip. And people on the ground there are saying that we are witnessing a very terrible Israeli step to target high-rise buildings, simply because much of these buildings have been partially hit by Israeli air forces in the initial months of the Israeli genocide and during the first military incursion for Gaza City. But elsewhere in Gaza, for example, where we are in Deir al-Balah, the hospital continues to receive influx of casualties resulted from Israeli strikes. In the past few hours, for example, the Israeli military struck a civilian vehicle in the coastal line of Deir al-Balah, where 4 civilians confirmed killed in the attack. And at the moment, more casualties that are turning up to the hospital in light of the Israeli ongoing bombardment campaign that is still taking place. But more distressing reports as well, Malene. It has been a very accelerating scene are coming from northern Gaza, specifically for a civilian vehicle that was transporting displaced families was struck. We have got confirmation that 5 civilians were killed in the attack. So there is a continuation for the offensive that has not let up till now, and at the moment we can hear and see Israeli drones are hovering across the central area, signaling further Israeli attacks that might be looming the horizon. And the current Israeli escalation really is adding further layers and layers of complications and torment for families who have been stripped from everything that they have. And what is truly excruciating about displacement at the moment in Gaza City is not just what families will leave behind, nor the uncertain path toward the nowhere, but it's more about the weight of loss, the grief, and the complete strangeness of unfamiliarity that is taking place with every single step Palestinian families are taking at the moment in Gaza City.
OK, Tarek, thank you for that update. Tarek Gabo Zoom there live for us in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza.
Don't miss out. Get a full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.